Now, breaking news has just hit the headlines that apparently the state has failed to remit civil servants pension. Yes, unaona hiyo do madhako na kwanga amesave pale NSSF kama retirement pension yake. Apparently, it has just disappeared in thin air. The government has failed to remit deductions amounting to a whopping 1.2 billion. This is a huge risk to workers who toil every single day. I mean, who will be pleased finding out that the money you are saving purposefully every single day to save you on a rainy day has been used to fill a corrupt person's pocket? Kausheo na mzazi wako amekula do ya retirement, unajua venye hiyo do uokolea. Honestly, the rot in our system is unfathomable. You see, as Kenyans, we don't have a corruption problem, we have a morality problem. Keep in mind, kuanzia next year, deductions za NSSF zinaongezeka pale kwa payslip. An economic crisis is steadily approaching. Wadau, kabla tufikia Singapore, tutakuwa tumetii.
So, Wakenya wenzangu, kama kuna watu wameamuliwa na serikali ya Daktari William Samoei Ruto, ni watu ya payslip. Starting this February, wameweza kupata pigo lingine. Serikali itaongeza zile pesa ambazo huwa wanatozwa za NSSF. Sasa wewe kwa ile mshahara yako ya February pale kwa deductions uongeze kidogo ya NSSF. Kwa hii chart tunaona ile mshahara unapata hiyo ndio inaenda juu kidogo. Kwa sababu rais amesema lazima tujenge barabara kona zote za Kenya. Na kwa sababu hutaki kwenda kukopa pesa nje, tutakuwa tunachukua hizi za NSSF, afu wewe ukienda retire ama ukizihitaji tunakurudishia. Ama namna gani? Tulipe ushuru tujitegemee.
The government has failed to remit deductions of 1.2 billion shillings to the civil servants pension scheme, risking a loss of returns to workers in Kenya's troubled retirement benefits system. According to the Office of the Auditor General, the Public Service Superannuation Fund had a balance of 10.6 billion shillings at the end of June 2025 relating to unremitted employer and employee contributions due to the fund. The state had paid up arrears of 9.38 billion shillings at the end of August, leaving a balance of 1.2 billion shillings which remained during the audit of PSSF books.
It is not possible for us to continue contributing 200 shillings and pretending that we are doing anything called saving. It is not saving. It is a joke.
This is a headline. If you're employed, starting next year, February 2026, you could pay an extra of 2,000 shillings from what you currently pay to NSSF. Guys, we moved from 200 shillings. And now we are going to 6,000 shillings. And this money is money when nikikuja kutoa itakuwa another hectic story. NSSF imepanda, NHIF ilipanda from 1400. Sahi, I don't know, I think nakatangwa 28 or something. Affordable housing. And I will never own that land. I will never own that house. If I want an affordable housing, then I have to go pay again for this affordable housing. You can't make this shit up. You can't. Ananikera, Ruto ananikera, ananichosha, ananibo. What do you mean you're invading my payslip? And then, mkumbuke, jana ali roll out ile project ya Singapore, Kenya Singapore. And alisema that infrastructure fund inahitaji 5 trillion. And hii 5 trillion, it's a fund. So ni watu watakatwa. So apart from hiyo NSSF kupanda juu by 2,000, then there will be another fund. Yenye tutakuwa tunakatwa ndio tutengeneze hii 5 trillion. Ananibo. Aki guys, ni one time please. Wacha tuachane na hizi politics za ujinga. Neither the opposition or the current government is an option. We have to really talk about this situation. Because opposition, they are not united. Matiang'i anasimama kivyake, Kalonzo anasimama kivyake. And all of these people are so divided. And one thing is for sure, Ruto anataka kudivide Mount Kenya from west to east. And then pia uko Nyanza na uko Western, pia kuna so many people wenye wako against the government, wengine wako for the government. Votes zitakuwa divided. So we need to talk about this situation very, very much. Now Secretary General wa UDA alisema that wataendelea kuomba, wakope, deni ikuwe mingi, watoto wetu na watoto wao watalipa. Imagine someone saying that na uko in government. wanabo, and we have to talk about who we are going to vote for. Juu sahi, there's no one. Tunahitaji kujipanga. Lakini hata wakidivide votes, you need 50% plus 1 vote. So pia hiyo inaweza fanya wasipate.
Kenyans earning more than 50,000 shillings per month will take home less pay beginning February 2026 when the government will implement the new NSSF contribution rates. Under the new structure, workers will contribute up to 2,160 more every month to NSSF, directly reducing their disposable income. If you earn below 50,000 shillings, nothing will change for you because your NSSF contribution will be capped around 3,000 shillings as it has been. But for people who earn more than 50,000, the difference will be noticeable. For instance, if you earn 75,000 shillings per month, your NSSF contribution will rise to around 4,500 shillings, and the pay that you take home will drop from 54,861 shillings to 54,735 shillings. If you earn 100,000 shillings per month, your NSSF deduction will increase to around 6,000 shillings, which then will reduce your net pay from 71,618 shillings to 70,440 shillings. For those earning 200,000 shillings and above, the maximum NSSF contributions under the new rates will be 6,480 shillings. This means that if you earn 200,000 shillings, your take-home pay will fall from 138,643 shillings to 137,131. If you earn 300,000 shillings per month, your net pay will drop from 205,668 to 204,156. For high earners with 500,000 shillings gross salary, the net salary will reduce from 339,718 shillings to 338,206 shillings. And if you earn more than $1 million, your net pay will decline from 659,684 shillings to 658,280 shillings. Once implemented, this increase will mark the 4th year of rising mandatory NSSF deductions. Back in 2022, contributions increased from 200 shillings per month to around 1,080 shillings, before later rising to the current 4,320 shillings. From February 2026, the cap will increase again to 6,480 shillings. Once the new rates take effect, employers will match employee contributions, meaning the total monthly NSSF payments could rise to around 12,960 shillings. However, employees enrolled in approved private pension schemes may be exempted from the additional NSSF deductions, provided that the schemes are approved by the Retirement Benefits Authority, also known as RBA. With these increases, NSSF has become the largest pension fund in Kenya, and it currently holds assets worth 558 billion shillings. Part of this money will be used to finance major infrastructure projects, including the Nairobi-Rironi-Mau Summit Road. Apart from NSSF, Kenyans are facing the mandatory 1.5% housing levy and mandatory contributions to the Social Health Authority, also known as SHA, further forcing households to tighten their budget. For more financial news updates like this, we have a partnership with Lua. Lua is a free AI assistant on WhatsApp that can help you schedule meetings, help with budgeting, generate images, and even apply for a business loan from Numida. If you're interested in the business loan, visit money254.co.ke or use the link in our bio to apply today.
If you're employed and you earn a salary, I always ask myself, sometimes why don't some of you care about some of these deductions that are being made on your payslip? Coming back from 2013 all the way to Feb 2023, used to pay 200 shillings per month NSSF. That figure increased to 1080 per month for each person employed from 2023 Feb all the way to 2024 Feb. In 2024 Feb, the figure again went up to 2160. The rates are then set to go up again this year. So the employee and the employer will really suffer because NSSF is paid by your employer and it's paid by you. So this is likely to affect employment rate. The rate of employment is already low as it is, but it's going to be even harder for people to get employed. And then remember, your disposable income, your take-home pay is also shrinking. So your cost of living is increasing, your disposable income is shrinking. The government really needs to think about the policies they're putting into place. And then to make matters worse, now people retire and they want to go after their NSSF money. It's such a stringent process. Unazungushwa NSSF offices. Most of the times you actually have to know someone in NSSF for you to get the money that belongs to you, that you've been paying all your life. Government, please, these bodies, NSSF, the policy makers, we need to do better. This is money that is being deducted straight from the mwananchi's pocket. People need to be held accountable. Whoever will sit down to discuss new reforms representing the youth with the president, please highlight these matters. These are the things that need to be debated over. Issues like NHIF, NSSF, tangible issues that are touching the mwananchi directly. Let's not even mention affordable housing levy because it was pushed down our throats last year.
Retirees may need to re-enter the job market as NSSF lost 16 billion in the last financial year to bad investments and financial misappropriation. Retirees have barely been getting payouts on time like Kenyans with Niko Hapa na Kam. Demand for joint fluid may go up because most of the money lost was invested in companies that made losses and refunded taxes from KRA and 12 billion purchase of government securities, including premium bonds totaling 500 million and sold at capital loss of 272 million. I may not know what those numbers mean, but I know loss. 317 million Kenyan shillings was also spent on travel and meetings, with 11 million from all that spent on conferences. Retirees need to chase all these thieves and mismanagement incorporated with their canes, but their knees have suffered enough. Currently, Sidian Bank holds most of NSSF deposits at 800 million Kenyan shillings as of the last financial year. These things are probably not connected at all. There's a perfectly unreasonable explanation for all this.
Shit.